Here is the English translation. General Harrison barely glanced at the soldier cleaning a rifle in the corner of the armory. Routine maintenance. But when he noticed a small badge on her uniform with the inscription 3,200 meters, confirmed kill, he stopped in his tracks. Soldier, that's impossible. No one has ever made a shot at that distance. The armory at Camp Orlon was always busy during afternoon maintenance. Dozens of soldiers cleaning, inspecting, and preparing their weapons for the next day's operations. General James Harrison was conducting his weekly inspection tour, sweeping the room with the practiced eye of a veteran, noting the condition of equipment and the discipline of the soldiers under his command. In the far corner of the armory, almost hidden behind a row of weapons racks, sat a solitary figure methodically disassembling a Barrett M82A1 sniper rifle chambered in .50 caliber. The soldier worked with a precision that spoke of years of experience. Every component was carefully cleaned and inspected before being set neatly aside. Staff Sergeant Sierra Crow Romero had performed this ritual every day for the past 8 months since arriving at Camp Orlon. The Barrett was her weapon, her responsibility, and in many ways her closest companion throughout a military career that had taken her to the most dangerous places on Earth. Sierra's approach to weapons maintenance bordered on obsession. Every component of the Barrett was disassembled, cleaned with surgical precision, inspected for wear or damage, and reassembled with an attention to detail that most soldiers reserve for pre-combat checks. The process took her nearly 3 hours each day. But Sierra considered it time well spent. The Barrett M82A1 was more than just a rifle. It was a high-precision instrument capable of engaging targets at distances that defied the laws of physics. Weighing nearly 13.6 kilograms and firing .50 caliber rounds, it was designed for long-range precision shooting that demanded not only marksmanship but an understanding of ballistics, meteorology, and physics that went far beyond basic military training. Sierra had been assigned to Camp Orlon as part of a specialized sniper team supporting counterterrorism operations throughout the region. Her official role was overwatch and precision engagement, providing long-range fire support for special operations missions that required neutralizing high-value targets at extreme distances. But Sierra's reputation extended far beyond her current assignment. In military circles where such things mattered, her name was spoken with the kind of reverence reserved for legends. General Harrison had been walking through the armory with his aide, Lieutenant Colonel Fletcher, discussing routine administrative matters, when something caught his eye. The soldier in the corner was working with a methodical precision that indicated serious professional competence. What drew his attention further was the collection of small badges and qualification pins on her uniform, several of which he simply did not recognize. "Carry on, soldier," General Harrison said as he approached Sierra's position. She looked up briefly, acknowledged the general with appropriate military courtesy, and returned to her work. Then his gaze settled on one particular badge. 3,200 meters. Confirmed kill. The numbers didn't add up. Harrison had been in the military for over 25 years, had worked with some of the most elite units in the American arsenal, and had never encountered anyone who could claim a confirmed kill at that distance. "Soldier, that's impossible. No one has made a shot at that distance." Sierra looked up from her work, a mild expression of surprise. "Sir, the shot was confirmed by multiple observers and recorded by Mission Command. All documentation is classified, but the engagement did occur as indicated." General Harrison stared at the young woman who had just matter-of-factly claimed to have made what would be the longest confirmed kill shot in military history. Sierra appeared to be in her late 20s, with the kind of calm demeanor that suggested someone comfortable in high-stress situations. "Soldier, I want to see your service record and understand how someone makes a 3,200-meter shot when most snipers consider 1,500 meters an extreme engagement." "Sir, my complete service record is classified above my clearance level to discuss, but I can provide general information about my training and qualifications if that would be helpful." Lieutenant Colonel Fletcher, who had been listening with growing amazement, stepped forward with his tablet. "Sir, I can pull up her basic service information if you'd like to review it." "Do it." Fletcher accessed the personnel database and began reading. What he found was a collection of specialized schools, advanced training programs, and unit assignments that painted a picture of a career anything but routine. Sir, Staff Sergeant Romero graduated from Army Sniper School with the highest marksmanship scores in her class. She has completed advanced courses in long-range precision shooting, ballistic computation, and specialized reconnaissance. Her assignments include deployments with the 75th Ranger Regiment, Delta Force support operations, and classified missions with organizations that don't appear in the standard database. General Harrison absorbed this information while studying Sierra, who had continued working on her Barrett throughout the conversation. Her demeanor remained calm and professional. Romero, explain the technical requirements for a shot like that. Sierra set down the bolt carrier group she had been cleaning and looked directly at General Harrison. Sir, a 3,200-meter engagement requires understanding multiple variables that affect bullet trajectory over extended distances. Environmental factors include wind speed and direction at multiple altitudes, air density variations, temperature gradients, and barometric pressure changes. Ballistic considerations include bullet drop compensation, spin drift, and the Coriolis effect caused by Earth's rotation. She paused, gauging whether the general wanted more technical detail, then continued. The shot also requires a complete understanding of the target's movement patterns, precise range estimation using multiple measurement methods, and the ability to maintain a steady position for extended periods while waiting for optimal environmental conditions. General Harrison realized he was listening to someone who understood long-range shooting at a level that exceeded most instructors he had ever encountered. Romero, tell me about the 3,200-meter engagement. Sierra's expression became more guarded. She glanced at Lieutenant Colonel Fletcher before responding. Sir, the engagement occurred during a classified operation. I can provide general information about the technical aspects, but mission specifics are above my clearance level to discuss without proper authorization. Fletcher confirmed that full access to the file required special clearance they did not have on hand. General Harrison was not satisfied with bureaucratic limitations. Romero, I'm authorizing you to discuss the technical aspects of that engagement. Sir, the engagement occurred in mountainous terrain that provided the elevation differential necessary for extreme long-range shooting. The target was stationary for an extended period, allowing time for environmental analysis and ballistic computation. Weather conditions were optimal, minimal wind variation, and excellent visibility. But how do you even see a target at 3,200 meters? That's over 2 miles away. Sir, the Barrett M82A1 can be fitted with advanced optics that provide sufficient magnification for target identification at extreme ranges. Combined with laser range-finding equipment and a ballistic computer, it is possible to engage targets at distances that exceed normal visual capabilities. How long did preparation for that shot take? Sir, the actual engagement required approximately 4 hours of preparation. This included range estimation using multiple methods, environmental monitoring, ballistic computation, and waiting for optimal conditions. The shot itself was the culmination of extensive planning rather than a spontaneous engagement. 4 hours. You held your position for 4 hours for a single shot. Yes, sir. Extreme long-range precision shooting requires patience and careful timing. Rushing the shot would have reduced the probability of success to unacceptable levels. Lieutenant Colonel Fletcher looked up from his notes with an expression of amazement. Sir, what she's describing represents capabilities that exceed anything I've encountered in conventional military training. General Harrison nodded and turned to Fletcher. Coordinate with range control and set up a demonstration shoot. Whatever Staff Sergeant Romero needs, range, distance, target systems, safety protocols, make it happen. 2 days later, the demonstration took place at Camp Orlon's extended range facility. General Harrison arrived with several members of his staff. Sierra had spent the morning preparing her equipment. The Barrett M82A1, advanced optical systems, environmental monitoring devices, and a ballistic computer. The setup process took nearly 2 hours. Sir, the target is positioned at exactly 1,200 meters. Weather conditions are optimal, ready to demonstrate precision engagement capabilities. General Harrison observed through binoculars as Sierra settled into her shooting position. Her preparation was methodical and deliberate, multiple measurements and calculations before she even looked through her rifle scope. Romero, walk me through what you're doing. Sir, I'm measuring wind speed and direction at multiple points between my position and the target. Air density and temperature variations affect bullet trajectory, so I need current environmental data for ballistic computation. Sierra consulted a small electronic device that provided detailed ballistic calculations based on the environmental data she had gathered. The process took several minutes. Sir, ballistic solution computed. Ready to engage. The Barrett's report was deafening even with hearing protection. The .50 caliber round was felt as much as heard. Target hit center mass, reported the range safety officer. General Harrison confirmed through his binoculars. Sierra had placed her shot within inches of the target center at 1,200 meters. Romero, that was impressive. But you're telling me you can make that same shot at 3 times this distance? Sir, longer distances present additional challenges, but the basic principles remain the same. The primary differences are increased environmental sensitivity and extended flight time that requires more sophisticated ballistic computation. General Harrison spent the following week working through the bureaucratic process required to access Sierra's complete service record. What he discovered read like a collection of military legends rather than the record of a single soldier. Sierra had been recruited for specialized training while still in basic training, based on marksmanship scores that exceeded anything her instructors had previously encountered. Her subsequent military education included schools and programs that most soldiers never knew existed, developing capabilities that pushed the boundaries of what human beings could accomplish with precision weapons. Her deployment history included operations in every major conflict zone where American forces had been engaged over the past 5 years. The 3,200-meter shot that had caught General Harrison's attention had occurred during a hostage rescue operation. Sierra had eliminated a threat that conventional forces could not address. The target was holding hostages in a location where a traditional assault was impossible. Her extreme long-range capability had provided the only tactical solution. But that shot was just one entry in a service record that documented dozens of similar engagements. Harrison, what you've stumbled onto is one of our most valuable strategic assets, explained General Patricia Cole during a classified briefing. Staff Sergeant Romero represents capabilities that we don't advertise because they provide significant tactical advantages when properly employed. General, why isn't this soldier being utilized at higher levels? She is being utilized appropriately. Sierra's assignments are coordinated at levels you don't normally access because her missions serve strategic rather than tactical purposes. Over the following months, General Harrison developed a new appreciation for the kinds of specialized capabilities that existed within the military structure. Sierra continued her routine maintenance of the Barrett M82A1, but Harrison now understood that her quiet preparation was part of maintaining readiness for missions that could have strategic implications. 6 months later, Sierra was deployed on a classified mission that required precisely the kind of extreme long-range precision shooting that had first captured the general's attention. The mission succeeded because of capabilities that existed at the intersection of advanced technology and exceptional human skill. General Harrison learned that exceptional capabilities often exist in unexpected places, in people who understand that quiet competence matters more than public recognition. Sometimes the most remarkable soldiers are the ones who methodically clean their weapons in the corner of the armory, preparing for missions that most people will never know occurred.